Okay, so we're gonna go over my pre-1915 Queen City 24-inch shaper today. So I apprenticed at a couple of different shops, like Kaiser, some big government shops, and they always had one of these sitting in the back corner, and I never got to run one. And then I got this property and I went and looked at it, and it had the shaper sitting in the garage, and I can't believe it because it's a 24-inch shaper is 7,000 pounds. It's sitting here, and I bought it for 400 bucks. So I finally got my shaper, and I got to run one. But I tried to find somebody that knew how to run one to try to, learn a little bit before I just hit the button. And I didn't have that luxury. I had to hit the button and do some painful lessons. So we're going to go over this today on this beautiful piece of equipment on how to run it and some of the odds and ends. So this is a line shaft machine that's retrofitted. So it's retrofitted with the 3-horse motor and a T8 Ford transmission. That's 35, 36 era. So I've got 4 speeds, 5 plus reverse. So I've got 5 speeds, and then this is low range and then high range on your shaper. So we got 8 speeds. Now, the tooling that comes with it is your shaper wrench, and this adjusts. This will be the stroke of the ram, the range of where this ram strokes. You use a ram lock, and you're able to adjust the ram in and out, and it's easier to adjust it when it's running because it's free. And this adjusts the stroke length of the ram while it's running. It's easier to adjust when it's running just because everything's free. The same wrench tightens the tool bit in the nose of the tool. The same wrench does the knee up and down of the Z. So this is the motor plate or the cover plate. We're going to look inside it today when it's running. And what I'm going to be using this for is roughing. And I don't use this machine that often. It's like at the machine shops I was at, they didn't use it often because, usually things are cut to size. So I need to remove, a half inch off of that. But the shaper is capable of making very beautiful surface finishes. And it can scribe lines and it can chamfer corners. So if you use it properly, you can make very nice pieces of tooling with it. But it takes a little bit more time. You never make money with it. You have to make investment tooling with it. You're never going to make money with a shaper. So only what you make makes money off a shaper. And our next video, we're going to go up setup, how I set it up.